welcome to Q Aquatics and Exotics. It's an amazing Sunday night. Oh, the kitten just joined us. She's not really a kitten, she's a year and a half. Welcome, welcome. Oh, she looked a little laggy. We'll have to see what happens with this intro. Hopefully I'm not lagging.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Nah nah, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.
Definitely worth the hog nose, right? That's funny. So I hope I'm not lagging, and you guys can let me know about the video and audio, but I think this needs to be blue. Blue on you. Let's see here. It says, if I'm looking at my screen, I don't know if I'm looking at top video, Kaler's Aquatics says, congratulations, Q Aquatics, but I know Sammy was here first. Bottom of the chat, he posted the link. Thank you, thank you. That was a great song. And he posted a GoFundMe. That was great. All that work and success, and you can't celebrate with one tiny hognose. I know, right? See, I don't think John Bagga is as impressed. I don't think he's that impressed. Don't forget to smash for that QZ Sue. Thank you. Oh, I just saw Donnie NY Gold in the chat. And, oh, I forget what he calls me. Something like that where he switches up. So funny. So funny. Skipper's Aquariums. Hello, hello. Jenny Lynn, I agree that it definitely deserves a hognose. That's what I'm thinking. But right now, I'm kind of glad I don't have one because my reptile room is very cold. I am putting on heaters in there. The electric heater shorted out my stuff, so that's not working. So I ended up turning on all their heat lamps, even though it's nighttime, because we haven't had heat in a couple weeks, which had been fine. He's trying to fix the motherboard. I don't know what that. I know what the motherboard is, but it's not working. It turns on and then it won't turn off, or it kicks off. So this has been going on for a while. He got a used motherboard for our heat. But anyway, the reptile room is cold. So the individual enclosures, as you open it, is warm. So I'm trying to keep everything cold. I even covered up a couple. This cat's going to drive me crazy. She's done being in heat, and now she just wants to, you know. Bruisers in the house. Hello, hello. There's Nathan. Hello, my fishy friends. I thought I missed the song. Nope, you did not miss it unless you just walked in. Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. Hello, hello. Your video's good. Awesome. I thought I was lagging a bit. Scotty the Fish Freak. Audio is low for anyone else, or is it just me? Celebrating 8,000. Yes, I did celebrate 8,000 and sent out... We had a winner for $80 gift card. Thank you, Dee Dee. Gift card to KGE. KGE and Bob Kaler won that. Thank you very much. I was very, very much celebrating that 8,000. That was a lot of grinding out to do. Oh, everything's sounding good. Great. Hey, Kara, congratulations. That's a heck of a milestone, isn't it? I still can't believe it's me. I can't believe it's me because when I came in and started trying to get sober, anybody who had 30 years was old. That's not me, right? Right? That's not me, right? Did you get your message, Alishan? And I'll get to the post office. Paul McCarthy, how are you? Scotty, it's low for me. Okay, see now. I hope this is, I don't know why it does this to me. Wah, wah, wah. I'm going to take a quick peek at my system preferences. I have an Apple. And I'm going to look at sound. And it says Yeti for input. Okay, well, I don't know. Could I be? Oh, there was something I said I had to hit. Remember? Oh, I bet you have to do this every time. So I'm going back in, going to sound. Now I'm going to do that, and you tell me if that helped at all. I did say I have to do it every time. Isn't that crazy? It automatically resets my sound in the system settings, not on my screen, to very low. So hopefully that fixed it. Melvin, hey Susie Q, congratulations on being sober. Thank you so much. It is an honor and privilege to say that I am sober. You gotta get down, man. She loves to go where the wires are. She loves to go where the wires are. Did you drop by the reef to check out the tricolored hognose? No, I have been sick for almost 2 weeks. I guess about 10 days. 11 days. It's kicking my ass, man. I haven't done hardly anything. Stop. I can't even kick her out because there's a cat flap in the door. So no, I did not get to see it. I haven't gone in public in a long time. Roots and Whiskers. Hello, I missed I didn't get notification. You went live. You went live and I missed the notification. Oh, so I have to do the replay. How awesome is that? I hope you go live more often and I get the notification. Dragon Lair. Hey, Q and all. Thank you. Turn your volume up, people. Mine is good. You tell them, Skipper. Tell them to stop having me play with my microphone settings. Oh, this is so great. Hello, Bruiser. Congratulations. Good to hear you're feeling better. I am feeling so much better. Now I'll have a coughing fit maybe once or twice a day, which is amazing because I couldn't even get out of bed. I didn't have any energy. Oh, everything suffered. Everything suffered, especially because most of my animals are downstairs. So I'm just glad most of my tanks are natural tanks. They have a food web in them. The ones of the babies, they're all doing good. I still have 7 fry, which I had before I got sick. That's good. The baby Oscar's still growing. That's really good. Thanks again for the dragon wishes. Oh, dragon wishes. Thanks again for the birthday wishes, Dragon Lair. Happy birthday. And thank you, Bruiser. Andy Carson, congratulations, Sue, and hi to everybody. Hello, Andy. Skipper, my volume is way up, much higher than every other stream. Yeah, that's me, Scotty. That's me. Hopefully it got fixed. Congratulations. You're so proud of me. Thank you so much. I'm so blown away. Like, this is... you guys know me. You know how scattered I am, and I talk, and I start 1,000 projects, don't finish one of them. And I really thought that this was going to be one of those things that I started and never completed, never stayed with. And I am so happy because it is my MO to start something and move right on to something else. So it's not me, trust me. We want to hear it too. The song? I think he posted the link to the bottom of the chat. I think that's the name of it. Oh, it is better. Good. Thank you. Much better. Yeah, I have to... Fish Fam Link, hello. I have to go into my settings, system preferences, and turn that main volume up. I don't know why. It brought the background noise in. Oh. Can you hear all my sponge filters? Blip, 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 blip. That helped greatly. Perfect. Working. Good, good, good. Good, good. I'm so happy. How about them Cowboys? Ooh. I don't know. Big Steve's Glass Box Creation. And tomorrow is 3 years for me. Congratulations, Big Steve. Tomorrow's mine. We have the same date. What? I have a sponsee that also has January 15th, and I just think it's a great day. I think it's a great day. I do. I'm doing pretty good, Jenny Lynn. Long Family Show. What is going on, Long Family? LFS. It's funny, Long Family Show is LFS. Don't forget to hit the like. Thank you very much. Professor Fish Tanks. No, let me try that again. Professor Fish Tanks. Hello. Welcome. Good evening. Danikins, congratulations on 30 years. Thank you so much, Kenny. I really appreciate that. You know my struggle. Yesterday was my 74th. Well, happy birthday. 74, 64. 10 years apart. That's awesome. I think I'll go to bed. If that doesn't help, I might try sleep, Mae West. Ah, that's sweet. Mae West knew what she was talking about. I've been in all bed today. Uh-oh. Just been a crap day. Blame the weather. It's been raining, cold. It has been so bad outside. It was nice, thank God. It's been nice for the last week. We had no heat and the house didn't get under 60. It was just last night where it plummeted into the 20s, I think. And now my house is starting to get cold. Which is fine if you're snuggled up in bed, or if I'm in the fish room where the water here is generating heat. Feeding the reptiles. I realize now that every time I open the door, I'm letting out the heat, so I try not to open the door. I'll have their food and water and everything ready, and then bottom of the chat, that's the song. There's the link again. Thank you very much. It's cute. I'm sorry you've been in bed all day. I hope to sleep tonight. I'm so tired. Believe me, I close my eyes, I'm sleeping. 41-16, Cowboys suck. Cowboys got the 16? Good. I don't even care who they're playing against. Good. Yeah, Kara C. I like your orange icon. Right, Nathan? We're a bunch of reptiles down here. Everybody's saying, hey, I love this, Paul. Eat a tablespoonful of honey right before laying down. Yes, the honey that still has the pollen in it is amazing. I think it's a cure-all to everything. I think it's, that coconut, whether it's coconut fat, coconut, what are some other foods that I think are just win-win? Anyway, I just think they're all win-win. My whole family, my 4 daughters, I shouldn't say my whole family, because some of them already eat right. We're all starting this new food plan of eating healthy. Some are vegan, some are carnivores, but we're all doing the whole foods. So, going through a little bit of withdrawal. I thought by being sick, it would give me an edge up, but it didn't, because I still had comfort food like chicken noodle soup. The noodles were just so good, you know, like, and I know it was all processed. Did I make it myself? No. Could I? Maybe. I never have, never successfully. But we're going to start this. And I remember it was about 3 years ago. John said, not John Baga, John, KG Tropicals John, was going to, like, slyly, without telling people what it was, put his weight somewhere in the title so that he could see it go down every week. I thought about doing that, but then I thought again, no. Because right now I weigh more than John Bag of Donuts. And he's 6 foot tall, so that's not going to happen. I wish I could do only half hours. I wish I could do that only had half hour. Oh, only had a half hour sleep. 3-1-2, 31-2. Oh, that's a score. Howdy, freaks. Howdy, freaky fish lady. How are you doing? I'm trying not to talk too much. Where's my water? Don't think ill of me, because I'm not using a coffee cup. Okay, we're not going to look at me. I got to get my water in, though. I drink it right out of a gallon jug, man. That's my gallon jug, and John's not allowed to use it, because he's been right next to me the whole time, and he has not got sick. I should knock on wood. Maiden name is Wood, so I can knock on myself. And I hope to keep it that way. We put in some pretty good protocols, but it's just a tough one when you're that sick. Susie Q, I was watching the Turtle Girl. I love the Turtle Girl. And she was sad because she lost some of her pets. Oh no, what happened? Que pasó? Oh no, I hope something didn't happen to her house or something. I would be sad too. I would be very sad. It's been, I shouldn't say it out loud, but it's been a long time since I lost anything. And I think the last one was my Frontosas. That's heartbreaking just to think of it now, because I've had them since they were tiny fry, and I had 6 of them, and they were already like 8 inches. That is the 90-gallon in the other room. It's got a canister filter on it, but I did a water change because I did gravel vac deep down in the gravel because there's a pleco in the tank, and there's no substrate but the gravel, so it's easy to dig down and get clean. Well, then when I was filling it, and then I got distracted and went upstairs and made dinner. And next thing you know, my basement's flooded. There were fish lying down, not on the floor in the tank, but I guess the chlorines and chloramines and too much water, too much change, too fast. Chicken and rice soup is healing soup. Right, now that I can make by using the bone meal, the bone broth, which I get organic bone broth. I can dice, I can make chicken. And I don't know if I have rice, but I can cook the rice and put it together and call that chicken or rice soup, because that's how I cook. I don't know how to really cook. Spit in it every time he says no to a hog nose. Oh, Bob, that is just disgusting. Show some love and support by giving a thumbs up. Thank you, Fish Fam Link. Oh, the water jug. I knew what you meant. I didn't think you meant. Oh, this is not one of those times. Oh, and the headache is so incredible. Just that small cough triggered. It's worse than a brain freeze headache. Dear Lord. Oh, boy. I'm good. But coming down into the fish room now for the last couple days, cleaning off the front glass of everything, because I guess my timer is set too much. And I don't realize how much I clean the front of the glasses off because I have these little magnets that I do it all the time. So when I went 10 days without doing it, I didn't realize how much algae grows in 10 days on the glass, at least on my glass. Color Purple reference. Oh, I think that's where I got sick, actually. On January 2nd, my daughters took me to The Color Purple, the new remake, which I didn't know it was a musical, and I'm probably glad I didn't know ahead of time. But who am I kidding? I love musicals. So, and they did keep in some of my favorite songs, like Sister, You're One of a Kind. You know, that one. But I think having all that public germs everywhere, I think that's where I got sick. Because I remember I was feeling fine at the movies. I was not sick at all. The next day I was pretty good, but starting to feel it the next night, and then I was down. I was down for the count. But I watched the Color Purple, which was amazing. I loved the original movie. It's probably one of my favorites. Any woman can relate to it. I'm not saying it's just for women. Trust me, that's not what I'm saying. But if you've ever been a woman or felt like you had no power or felt like you had, it's just one of those movies. I grab a box of tissues. It's a great movie. And the remake is pretty good. They lightened it up. They took off some of the edgier truths that were in the first one. Theaters are icky. You're not kidding. And I didn't even think twice. I was just so happy. My daughter bought me like all you can eat popcorn. And I was like, that's all I could obsess over. Y'all pray for me to win some lottery. I had to buy a new heater for the greenhouse and my power bill is going to skyrocket. with this Arctic freeze. Yes, Dragon, I will pray for you to hit the lottery. Pray for me to hit the... Do you play? You have to buy at least one ticket a month or one ticket a week. You have to at least do the footwork. I play... probably not $1. I play $2 every couple weeks. Just knowing when it's my time, I will win. I know that. And right off the top, it's 50-50 split with my BFF. That's just automatic. We've had this thing going for a long time. But that would help. And I don't think money solves problems. But when you're struggling for heat, food, and things like that, yeah, money's important. Money is important. I think, what is that, Maslow's law? If you don't have your basic needs met because of you can't afford it, it's not like we're sitting around and we have, you know, oh, I got $2,000 spending cash a month and blah, 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 and I want to hit the lottery. No, this is different. So I'm going to pray for that, Dragon. You just never know. Never know. Yeah, Susie Q, the Turtle Girl, said that she is planning on a comeback in 2024. Good. She's one of the first, or she was a little girl at the time. Her and George, he was a little boy, and now he's running the Aquashella. I thought that was awesome. I thought that was amazing. I couldn't imagine doing something what they were doing, talking in public, let alone on camera, in front of people like that. Like, good for her. I'm glad she's coming back. I'd only do a theater with a Lysol humidifier. Yeah, we didn't have that. We did have lounge chairs, which I took advantage of. Yes, I play every other week, Q. There you go. That's about the same time. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, Patrick. Last year, my power bill was over $500 2 months during the winter. Minus $600 every month, and that's on good months. So I understand. Boy, do I understand. Like, and I had people come out to the house to talk about solar energy, which is great. Like, I would do that because, first of all, they're going to replace the roof. And yes, it'll be on a payment plan, but that money will still be less than what I'm paying in the electric bill. But my neighbor's tree, 2 trees, 3 trees, not only grows over my house, so only 1/10 of my roof has availability to the sun, unless I pay for a tree trimmer. This tree is probably 6 stories high. It's humongous. Now it's getting ridiculous. It's like, no, I'm not gonna, and it's not my tree. Like, it's bad enough I've got to go through and rake all the leaves and get all the helicopters out. Speaking of which, my pond went silent. Now, I don't know if you guys know this. I'll just say it for the fact, so everybody knows it. I keep my waterfall going until it doesn't go anymore. Then I turn it off because there's already an air pump in there. But I keep the waterfall going. It was silent. I'm like, oh no. So the first thing I thought of, did it get clogged overnight? I mean, usually there's signs that it's clogging. You know, you get a little when you listen. So I went out. It wasn't clogged. I'm like, maybe the breaker tripped. So I went to the plug, and there was no plug. I'm like, did somebody come in my backyard, through a fence, through 2 more fences, around a pond, under my porch, it's not visible, and unplug my filter? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. And I'm baffled. I'm like, so first thing I do is call John Baga. He was on a rooftop somewhere. And I asked, did you unplug the pond? He's like, no, why would I do that? I'm like, okay, I'm just making sure because it's not plugged in and I can't find the plug anywhere. Like somebody took my plug. So then I go up on the porch and look on the other side where the dog's yard is. There is my plug chewed off about 5 foot in. And the whole housing unit for the outlet. And I'm like, what? How did they even get to that? So I went over there and looked under the porch. They had pushed a hole made a hole through the lattice so they had free reign of underneath my porch. And boy, they went to town on my I'm so glad that none of them got hurt. But I was more angry than happy they didn't get hurt for a few moments. Hello, Dennis. So I asked John if he would splice it. Now, I've spliced my Hygger light. I've spliced some other things. But this is an outside electrical cord that's a lot thicker than anything I've ever done that to. And I didn't feel confident in my abilities. But if one of these cords, I could splice that. I'm good with that. I've done that many times. But and John kept saying, "Oh, it's the same." I'm like, no, because it's got to be outside. It's got to be waterproof, weatherproof. And no, that's it. So he did it. He spliced it up, and waterfall is going. I've got all my air pumps and air stones going, because as the water freezes, as long as I have that small area where the water is not freezing because of the air, my fish and my turtles will be good. Oh, I smell John's making dinner. He's making ground meat. My power bill is around $500 a month. Yeah, it does not make things easier. Trash Cat, hey Susie, glad you're feeling good to stream, lurking to work. Yes, I am feeling so much better. And of course, I got to that point where I didn't think I was going to be better. It really did. And if you know me, you know I'm not one for the doctors or the hospitals or urgent care. It's just not. I have no faith in them. Anyway, so I thought this was it. That's how bad. When you're struggling to breathe, I'm like, this is it. So I started putting some affairs in order. I kid you not. That's how my mind goes. I'm like, I got to snap out of this. The dogs thought they were electricians. Yeah, Big Steve. They thought they were electricians, all right. Yeah, I can't even imagine, and then I was upset because I know that if they have free reign under the porch, they're just one lattice strip away from getting over to the yard where the chickens and the duck are, who are behind a pen and everything, but I don't trust these bird dogs with my chickens ever again, will I ever again. TC Cutie. Trash Cat, what do you do for a living? Scotty wants to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots. We got Boots and Cat and Trash Cat. This is awesome. Going to the mid-teens later this week. It didn't look like it was going to get above 20 for the next 2 weeks or something. Like, I looked at that, and then I'm hoping the air bubbler is going to be enough. I really am. Is somebody sending me a message? I hope not. Because I don't know how to turn that Bing off. Oh, this is for the Tennessee Fish Mafia. Tennessee Fish Mafia is going on in a half hour, guys. It is going to be so cold. And if I have to get this heat in my house taken care of. Because I cannot plug this little space heater into, what do you call it? A power strip. It has to be plugged into the real deal. And I don't have a real deal down here in the basement. I don't have one. And I plug it into a power strip. Wherever I plug it in, it's going to just... Because I'm in the fish room, in the reptile room. I'm at my max. Like, I can't add just a space heater. So I might have to run like an emergency extension cord from upstairs downstairs, because I don't know, you know, what's going on there. I just don't know, and I think we're in trouble. What do I do? Medical field. Ooh. G-Hop Cutie. I hate hospitals too, yeah. It's not that I hate hospitals. Yeah, I do. And I've had this since the 70s. Like, it's just not my thing. We are predicted to be 11 degrees Tuesday night. Oh my. Ooh, medical field. Yeah, I know, fancy. My daughter's a nurse. And yeah, she's a nurse in the medical field. We're predicted to be 5. Wait, 5 degrees? Bob, I'm not coming to Tennessee. I thought Tennessee was warmer. Inclement weather. There's the weather link. Eesh. EMTs are very different, though. EMTs got it rough. That's front line. The EMT is a front line. I could not do that job. I couldn't arrive at an accident not knowing if there was children, or I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I don't have the guts for it. I definitely don't have the skill set for it. And it's just like, whew, it takes a very special angel to be an EMT. I work in 2 different hospitals over the span of 24 years. I miss it sometimes. It is a lot of responsibility. Scotty says, yes, EMS is a lot different, but some similarities, such as desire to help people. How easy is it to get burned out? Ooh, I got a super chat. Guys, watch your ears, because I know I fixed. Thank you very much, Bob Kaler. I got super sticker $9.99, and it's a hippo character going really fast on his chair, propelling the chair across the room. Ooh, that sounds like fun. I wish I could do that. Thank you very much, Bob. I so appreciate that. I'm putting that towards the electric bill. Thank you, Kaler. Reptile $9.99 superstar he is. I have to turn the reptile room heater off. If I turn the heater in the bedroom on, or it'll blow the breaker. Right. So I don't care about the bedroom. I can just get on the covers. I do care about Sophie, but she is in the living room, which oddly enough retains heat, and it's got the whole wall of it. It's got the 120, the 75, 40-gallon breeder, and they're all heated. So, and then she's right next to the refrigerator also. So she's in the living room, and she has 2 6-foot cages back to back. And then right next to the refrigerator, which gives off a lot of that weird heat. So she's got some heat. And the dogs I don't care about. Not that I don't care about it. It's not going to affect them the way it would do a bird or the reptiles. It's unusual weather. Yes, it is. Shark Fin Adventures says, congratulations. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that. I am pretty darn excited. I'm going to start my day off tomorrow by going to a meeting with my BFF. That will be very nice. That will be a great way. I wanted to start off the new year that way. I was so excited. You know, I had all these dreams. Not that I'm pushing them away, but I was so sick that I couldn't go. And then when I started feeling better, I sounded worse than when I was sick. And my intent is not to go freak people out everywhere I go. You know, coughing fit and stuff like that, and walking around with tissues. And because of my sinuses and the bloody nose, the headaches, it was just like, you got to be kidding me. The worst, though, was the breathing. Like, as long as I kept the breaths super shallow, I was okay. But I wanted to start off on the right foot. It didn't work out so well. A homeless encampment popped up close, and police and EMTs were down there. Good. Oh no, my baby died. I thought you went down there with like blankets, and it's hard. Oh, that is so heartbreaking. Yeah, that's another reason I could never do it. I could never do that. Just thought this chat wasn't depressing enough. Yeah, right? I live in a concrete block house on a slab. Ooh. If the walls and slab get cold, yeah, you're cold. My front of the house faces the east. So as the sun comes up in the morning, even if it's super cold out, that sun generates heat. Duh, obviously. And it comes in. John Baga usually has a big problem with it because it's too hot for him all the time. He's always putting on the air. And I love it because I could live in a house that's 80 degrees all the time and never have a problem. I probably like it better at 77, but no problems. But he didn't like it. But it comes in handy when you don't have heat. And that's coming in. And then as the sun is going away, I've got like blankets over the windows and stuff to try to keep retaining it in. The issue now is the abuse of EMS system. Hospital 2. There's an abuse of the system. I have been sent to outside hospital for someone who wanted to go to another hospital because they didn't like the treatment. Like, they what, tried to use you like you were a taxi? See, that's ridiculous. I don't understand. And I don't understand using hospitals like it was your doctor's office. Isn't that why they invented those dock-in-a-boxes? All these urgent cares popped up everywhere. So people weren't going there for something you'd go to your regular doctor for. The calls we got for EMS is crazy, I can imagine. Ooh, I'm doing a lot of talking, man. Trash Cat says, was going to bring that up, Scotty. People would be blown away at the amount of disrespect. I can believe it. I can believe it. That's why I stay away. That's one of the reasons why I stay away. But using it like a taxi service is just ridiculous. That's like asking the firemen to come out and say, rescue your cat. Like, I would call an HVAC guy or somebody who has a tall ladder, not the fire department, because there could be a fire somewhere. Yeah. But anyway, I'm glad my daughter loves her job. Absolutely loves her job. She did graduate. She got her bachelor's. She's in a hospital now, but she's also on the informatics side, like the IT end of it. Yes, there's an ambulance as a taxi all the time. That's ridiculous. First of all, I thought ambulances were expensive. Like, yeah, no. I could be like dying. I'd be like, no, don't go to ambulance. I'll go in the back of the car. Because I can remember them sending a bill for my mom. I had to have her transported. These guys were so sweet. We were in a power outage, and she was on oxygen. So they just took over the firehouse, who had everything there, and they hooked her up with this portable oxygen, and it was just awesome. It was like, that's awesome. She didn't have to, actually worse more than once. That's ridiculous. You get the cuts all the time. Wow. Yeah, I try to avoid them, and other people using them like freaking taxis. A bird in a tree. Oh my God. Did I say a bird? I meant cat. Right? You know how cats sometimes are so stupid they go up a tree and can't seem to come down a tree? Anyway, oh my God, that's so funny. Let me get my water. Don't look, Ethel. I was never self-conscious about drinking out of my gallon jug, because that's my gallon jug, and I use that as a measurement. I got to drink at least a gallon of water a day. I'm probably at 1.5 gallons, and mine's RODI water, with been remineralized with minerals. So I've been doing it, and somebody said, wow, don't you have any manners? Use a glass. And I just laughed it off, but I was like, who are you to tell me? Like, I like this. That's my bottle, man. I don't have any other bottles, right? No, I've been a couple times with a bird in the tree. That's crazy. Have you seen the YouTube video of the lady crushed by a subway? Oh, that's sad. That's sad. But that's the reality of people. Like, that's what I'm saying. People, they're so stretched out between paying for gasoline and daycare and food, and things are so ridiculously expensive. And let alone they're only taking home probably 30% of their pay because Uncle Sam's taking 30%, and they're paying it. It's like, I know I'm on a fixed income, man. It's like, first the boiler goes out, the dryer, and now the heater. It's like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Because I can't not pay the mortgage. I need a place to live. But I am prepared if, for any reason, I had to move out of my house. I have been collecting, I was going to do a video on this, an emergency housing, like, to move all my animals. So I've been collecting rabbit cages, small rabbit cages, hamster cages, I don't know why they call them hamster cages, because a hamster couldn't possibly live in that, nor a rabbit. But they're my travel things. I got the travel things for the cats and the dogs. All my reptiles, I have been cutting out the sides and making vents in these Tupperwares. So if there was a fire, or if I was locked out or told I have to get out by next week, I can get them all safely into my nice warm car till we find a place to go. So that's pretty cool. Wallet biopsy, right? I got really lucky, and collections agency that ended up with my ambulance bill got some details wrong and I never paid it. Oh, nice. I'm grateful for my years of learning and experience. You train your mind how to treat people. Scotty says, many ambulance companies don't send you to collections. Some do, though. Susie, nobody here is telling you that. Tell me what? I promise that's the least disgusting thing any of us do. I know, right? I know you guys don't, but once all somebody has to do is say that once, and that plants the seed. I could have 100 people tell me great things about myself, and that one negative comment will eat at me. It's like, why? J-Rock does stuff. Susie Q's starting back to do stuff again. I am starting back. I feel so much better. I'm back on my feet. Now I'm making it at the aquarium than ever did as an EMT or firefighter. Yeah, well, it's a very different kind of job too, right, Scotty? Cora Work says, yeah, it depends on the collection agencies or the debt. Yeah, I don't even care. I mean, when it comes down to whether I'm eating or have heat, and I'm choosing between the two, or collection agencies, stand in line. Stand in line, man. And I know it will get better. I know it will get better. It's been better. It might get worse before it gets better. But I think I got 4 side hustles going now. I got 4 part-time jobs. You know, that under the table thing. Yeah. And my business, which isn't doing as good, but it will. I know it will once I get ink for my mug by Q. I've been pouring resin in the dollhouse community. I'm making these ponds, but they're for dollhouses, and they got like koi in them. And I think I posted a video on what one of them came out like yeah. And coasters. I've been making these beautiful coasters. So I just got to get to the polishing set and set it up and put them on my website. I am selling shirts for Father Fish. And who else? I'm working on getting the right color for Whip. And I'll just make the prices a little bit less than Teesprings. EQ Aquatics, J-Rox does stuff, Sky Fish Freak, Pet Exotics in the house. Your tanks are really green. Thank you. I have been switching over to an all-natural system where they're all got at least an inch of dirt, soil, diatomaceous earth, peat moss, tons of stuff that gets slow released over a year, underneath at least 2 inches of sand. And things are growing like crazy. Now I've started adding a food web in there for the smaller fish, like the paramecium, the what do you call those little critters that they just love to eat, in the seed shrimp. So I'm trying to go more like I do in my reptile room with the bioactive enclosures, which is not quite a self-sustaining system because I don't have the rain yet. Like, I need to figure out the misting system. But my reptiles are very close to a self-sustaining system. And that's what I want to get to some of my aquariums. The self-sustaining system. And it is a lot of them that I've gone over. I think I've got 15 now that are all natural. I still have a sponge filter in all of them because it's linear piston air pump. It's nothing to put that in, and I have it anyway. And I'm really enjoying it. Like, how did I not relate the bioactive enclosures of my reptile room to my aquarium until I saw, the Father Fish videos? or a Diane Wallstatt video. I was like, how did I not connect the two? I don't know. But I thought everything had to be this certain way, and now I'm finding out, wow, I got a little bit of all different kinds of tanks with all different, but I do love my my aquatic gardens. That's what I call them. When I set up an aquarium, I set up an aquatic garden first. And this one over here, this is my 33 long. It's my 33 long. No, that's my cat. Okay, kitty. Psst. There we go. Oh. Oh. And I have to go past her tail. This one is starting to grow in. I cut every stem plant down. I cut all the stem plants because the stem plants were probably taller than the aquarium. What did I do? Did I touch something? I did. So I cut them all halfway down because I need more plants. So I'm trying to propagate my own plants, obviously. And took the stem plants and planted them in right next to each other. So they're starting now to grow out, and then they'll grow up towards the top again, which will be awesome. Awesome. Like, my fish love it. I love it. And especially being out of it for almost 2 weeks, they were self-sustaining. Nobody was drastic. The ones with heaters did get a little low. I had to do a top off as soon as I could come down in the basement. The deep substrate tanks are the easiest and best tanks I've got. Right, Bruiser? I am in love. Hello, Matt Thibodeau. Happy 30 years. Thank you. I am loving my... Now, I have some deep substrate that I set up when I first started fish keeping, and I've had those tanks for a long time. I just didn't create them with time release like supplements in the bottom. So how I'm getting those supplements in now, because I've got deep beds, and I found out by freak accident that these plants with the deep beds, and it was my third tank I think I ever set up, that was the best tank. Crystal clear all the time, tons of plants thriving. And actually, I think this is the actual substrate that I've just recently put on 2 layers or 2 inches of sand. And oh, how I get the supplements in now. So what I did is when I make up my supplements, I guess if it's like a 55 or 40 gallon breeder, it's probably a cup and a half of like diatomaceous earth, Epsom salts, niacin. I've got a list. Father Fish published the list. It was like 15, 20 things that I had because I have houseplants. So I put that together, make it mud, put it in an ice cube tray, and freeze it. Now that it's frozen, I take 1 cube out at a time and shove it down. And if you're pushing it down and over, you're not letting any of that dirt out that's in there, and I'm getting the supplements down, deep down into the substrate. And it's not hasn't yet changed the temperature of the tank. So that is how I'm adding to those that I made deep beds long before I knew about these supplements to help the food web. But yeah, I love the deep substrates. I never had a dirted sand tank do well. Enjoy watching others do Father Fish method. It's just not for me. Right. And it wasn't for me for a long time because I was always had my hands in the tank, always taking this and moving that, and I'm less doing that now. And it's more like I put the effort in the beginning and less maintenance. So I like that part. Hello. Look at the red on that plant, right? And this is a low light, low growing, but I think that helps that it's 33 long, so it's only like 15 inches, 18 inches tall. I'm loving the red, and this is just a regular light. I do love that. 10-4 Coro. Thanks. What am I missing? I have a $75 copay on ambulances. Ooh. Hey Diego, my medical's covered 100%. That's amazing. I think my medical might be covered 100% this year. Is that an age thing? Or is that where do you live? But I'm turned 65 this year. So I use this formula in a dissolvable capsule. I get, there you go. That's perfect. I didn't think of that. Yeah, I just thought if I could freeze it long enough, like about 4 years ago, Elizabeth from One Fish, Two Fish ROC came down and we made out of red clay iron supplements. And I realized when we were inserting them into all different tanks to get that extra boost of iron that you had to be super quick, because as soon as you put it in there, it started melting. And a streak of iron clay would come out. So I knew that the mud mixture was going to be just as bad. So I tried it frozen, and it worked great. But yes, if you had capsules, that's perfect. I would sit here and stuff the capsules all day. But now I think I've got all my tanks converted over. And the only thing I don't have is any of my cichlids. They still got plastic plants like this. Get ready, I'm going to spin you around. These are all plastic plants in my 180. Those Starry Night cichlids will tear them up. The Oscars will just be brutal with them. The silver dollars. And I've got 3 Bashirs in here. Do you see them in here anywhere? My Polypterus? Somewhere in here. And I have a Jack Dempsey too. There is no way I'm going to put any plants in there without calling it like their lunch. I mean, it's just going to be ridiculous. And I think they're all, and my Mbunas. My Mbunas have crushed coral substrate. I built a couple hides where they could go down in the substrate and build this underground tunnels, which they do. But they all have plastic plants too. And my Red Devil. I think those are the only ones that I have left that have plastic plants. Even my discus tank, it's bare bottom. I put a deep substrate in the flower pot. So I've got the soil supplement, 3 inches of sand, and then I've planted the different plants in here. I don't know if you can see them. And I'm slowly, as they're growing and I see new growth, I'll take one of the plastic plants out. So this will eventually be a heavily planted tank, even though it's bare bottom, because I like to make sure I clean spotless for the discus. It's my first time trying to grow discus. And I know they're not that delicate, but I treat them like they're delicate because I've never had them before. And that makes me a little nervous. Petzotics just became a member. Thank you. Thank you. You might I use a formula and dissolvable capsules. Yeah, a lot of times I'll do my feeding in the reptile room, my maintenance. Sometimes I'm in my pajamas, sometimes I'm half dressed, sometimes it's just drinking my coffee. It's very informal, very back behind the scenes kind of thing. I did do an interview with Carrie, and I wanted to do an interview with Donnie NY Gold on how to make YouTube channels and how to grow a YouTube channel, but we ended up doing that public for everybody instead of members only. Tell me how, Sam. Tell me how, Sam. What did I miss there? It's actually scheduled for 8:05. Okay, so Tennessee Fish Mafia starts in 10 plus 5, 15 minutes. Yes, I had to do the math, and I'm very good. Professor Fish Tanks, time to clean some tank lids. Yes, I had that too. Funny enough, one of the things aside from the front is because I hadn't moved the lights in 2 weeks, they were turning like greenish right underneath the lights. And all mine are mostly the poly twin, oh, that's got a light on it, carbonate, twin walled polycarbonate from Home Depot that I've just made because the glass lids were just so heavy and so expensive. and I really only need them for the jumpers and for the tanks with heat, because they seem to evaporate quite quickly. That gives us all time to get a quick break. Chat members. Yes, I think I'm going to go up and get a nice cup of coffee or tea. I started drinking cinnamon tea with honey when I was sick because I just needed, I don't know, yeah. I'll be there in a bit after you, Bob. I have to do something. That's why he starts 5 minutes late now, yeah. J-Rock says, I'm more apt to do the flower pots. I have them and I've used them in the past. I mostly column fertilize. Yep. So not a lot going on into the substrate after I built it, except for root tabs. Right. Now these won't need the root tabs for quite some time because I did put the minerals and vitamins and all the supplements in the bottom of these pots. But so far, and the only downside about it is it's more places for my discus to hide. So they're always hiding in between the leaves and stuff. And I know they're happy. They're hanging out. But I know if it was just bare bottom, I'd see them more often. But I don't think they'd be as happy. So I do like the flower pot method. And I just love the natural. This feels cold. This feels cold. This doesn't feel like the heater's on. Where's my heat gun? Can't go very far without a heat gun. I think I took it upstairs. I have to see. I might need a different heater. I might have to unplug this one. Let me unplug it now. If ever there's any kind of question of heater issues, like the tank is too warm or too cold, I just automatically unplug it and replace the heater. I do not want, I had a near accident a while ago, probably 5 or 6 years ago now, when I first started. That scared me like I could have caught the whole house on fire. So now I don't mess around. Like, I can tell that this is not 77 degrees. Like Trimax is 77, Discus is much warmer than that. This is cool. I bet you this is 65. And this has got my Pandagara in there, so I'm going to fix that. See, and that's the other thing. When I'm not sick, I'm down here all the time, feeling my tanks, getting my elbows wet. I love my fish tanks. And when I can't even make it down the stairs, I know they were getting neglected. Ugh, I feel bad. Ivan, congratulations on your sobriety. Thank you, Ivan. I really appreciate that. What discus do you have? These discus, I have 6 of them. They are from Hans Discus. But these were in a tank, you know, in the breeder tank where there's like 80 to 100 discus. We went in the back room where all the breeding was happening at, I can't think of, who's the, Martin and, anyway, where they're breeding all the discus. And there were some stunted discus that didn't get enough food during critical times of their growth, so they have them in a separate tank. And I saw them and I'm like, she doesn't know if they'll breed, she doesn't know if they'll even get any bigger. I fell in love with them. So I got 6 all different. One is a hybrid that Hans was working on himself, and I've got the Marlboro striped. I've got the blue. The blue is gorgeous. And a couple other ones. Absolutely, I love it. Love the discus. I'm still kind of skitsy about them, but ooh. Oh my gosh, Floyd got his toe caught in the fridge door. He's fine, but my eardrums, I bet you. Let me do a little. Thank you so much, Bob Kaler, super sticker. $4.99. The character saying "You rock" while showing their pumped biceps. Ooh! Thank you very, very much, Bob, for the super sticker. Do you run any kind of temperature regulators? I do in all my reptiles. They all have thermostats that keeps it at an even keel, plus or minus 5 degrees. And well, funny enough, never thought to do that in my aquariums, which is bizarre. Now I'm starting to understand that. Why don't I just do that in my aquariums? It would just make sense. I have temperature regulates on every tank. That is, oh my God, that's the way to go. I gave up hiding it. Oh, that's the way to go. Thank you again, Bob. That is awesome. Mountaintop fish. Hope everyone is ready for the winter storm. No. No. I'm not ready. I'm not a fan of snow. I'm not a fan of winter storms. Professor Fish Tank says, bring it on. Poor Floyd. I know, got his finger caught. No, I'm not. I don't think I'm ever going to be prepared. I want to go somewhere warmer. This is not where I want to be. Yeah, if your heater fails, it won't kill the fish, and it won't start a fire. So I rely on them, and it's just so funny. These are everyday things that I've always set up in my reptile room. Why did I think fish keeping is going to be so much different? It's really not. And I think now they make some really decent, affordable heaters that have the thermostat right on them. So that is what I need to do for those now who have thermostats, heaters. I did remove the heaters out of probably 60% of my tanks, especially in the other room where I just keep that room hot enough. And John wants to get a mini split so I can keep this room hot enough and I could turn off all the heaters in here. That would be great, except for like times like now where my heater took a crap. It's great. If you have the means, it's an added layer of protection. Yes. And I think it would help you sleep better at night. And I have ones that hook to the Wi-Fi so I could check the temps on the tanks anytime. That's cool. That's cool. You'll never hear me say bring it on as far as winter storms. No. Not at all. But thank you, everybody. Thank you for the super stickers. Tennessee Fish Mafia starting in 5 minutes. I'm going to go get another refill in my jug, get a cup of tea. I think I could talk for a little bit more. I did very good. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and helping me celebrate. I am so excited and so blown away and so freaking grateful that me, if you had known me before, I was a bad load, man. I got 30 years. That is sober and drugs, not even weed. Like, what? I used to smoke weed like it was cigarettes. Like, wow. Now to tackle the food issues. Here we go. Oh my God. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I really appreciate the support.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Na na, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.